Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Keep Gaming Podcast. This is episode 26, and the entire team is here to talk about the Nintendo Direct. We are joined by the first lady of Keep Gaming Podcast, Pawful. What's going on?
What up, what up? Let's do this. I'm so good.
We are also joined by Mario himself, Johnny BoomBotz. What's going on, man?
It's me, BoomBotz.
I see you shaved the mustache a little bit. It's not as thick.
Oh, yeah, I can't find it. My mustache,
can't find your
went on
mustache.
vacation. My mustache went on vacation. It might pop up midway through stream, but I don't know.
And we are also joined by Pute Airlines captain himself, Mayamo CG. What's going on, Chris? That's how you say hello to the people? We're already starting off a bad foot, like on a bad foot, off a bad foot. We're all over the place today. Before we start, I want to shout out Mr. West. He created what you see here today. We're trying something different today. The overlay looks a little bit different. And
Mr. West created the three of us. What you see here today is my daddy. Shout out to my daddy West.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, John says the craziest shit, bro. It's all like,
I love you, West, but like
it's all clippable stuff, by the way. So yes, today we're gonna be talking about the Nintendo Direct. But before we get started, I want to let you guys know that we go live every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/KeepGamingPodcast. And if you don't got time to watch us live, you can watch us on YouTube. We drop a new video every Monday. Just look up Keep Gaming Podcast and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever we post a new video. Also, if you don't got time to watch us on YouTube, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Keep Gaming Podcast. So let's get on with the show. Nintendo Direct, Thursday. Guys, what were your thoughts? We'll start with Pawful.
You can't start off.
We're gonna start with you. You're the lady here. Ladies first.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt.
What?
Obvious news. Fucking Bayonetta 3. Oh my God. I still not recovered. I still need like 2 more business days before I'm back to normal. And I'm fucked up. Like that. Like. And there were a lot of great games that I had been looking forward to get updates for. Like this Direct, not perfect. I would give it like a solid C+ for me.
Are we doing ratings already?
Wow, she's already doing a rating. Okay.
I was already going for it.
She gave us the teacher rating, not the number rating. She said a C+.
Yeah, it wasn't the.
That's how messed up my brain is. I don't even know how to like. As soon as you said Direct, I'm like, I'm out. Clock out. I gotta go.
So
I like potatoes.
We're gonna switch over to Johnny BoomBotz.
Motherfucker.
No, we're going in order. It was Pawful, now it's Johnny, and then we're gonna end with Chris. So John,
how is that order? What order we?
I'm looking at the order on the screen.
No. It's okay, Lou. The way you crop shit is the way you talk shit. It's okay.
Oh, what the
fuck? So what do I give it?
What were your thoughts on the Direct overall?
All kinds of fucked up right now. Now, overall, the Nintendo Direct though was actually something I was excited about though, and because of the fact that I am, as you guys know too, more of a Nintendo fan than I am PlayStation or Xbox for the most part. Nintendo always holds a near and dear spot to my heart, so I was excited for Nintendo Direct. Was it everything I hoped for? No. Was it great? In my opinion, it was definitely better than PlayStation was. It's not better than so much Xbox, but I mean, Xbox usually does come out with heavy hitters a lot of times. However, though, Nintendo, though, they did a good job. I mean, like I said, like Pawful said too, they didn't give you everything you might have expected, everything you wanted, but they gave you enough to be satisfied, and they gave enough for everybody. They put out things for every single person that has a different genre of game style to be able to be excited about. And on top of that too, like they gave us what we were waiting for. Bayonetta 3 finally got announced, and it was something that they've been waiting for forever to try to get an announcement on. So I mean, that with a couple other surprise things. But yeah, they did a good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. And what would you give a teacher grade? What would the teacher grade be?
That'd be a C.
A teacher grade?
Yeah.
Because I fucked
bro, I only know 2 teacher grades. F. That's it. Like F and F minus. That's all I ever got in school. I didn't even know you could get an F minus, but it happened. I would say like a B minus.
Okay.
I would say a B minus.
All right, and now we're gonna start with you, Chris. What were your thoughts, man?
That shit was ass.
Wow.
That didn't take long.
It
No,
was
I already
terrible.
said it. This was gonna be me and Pawful versus Chris and Lou. I already knew that shit.
100%.
It was boring. Xbox still has the best showcase out of all three. PlayStation hits you with the knockout punches, and Nintendo hits you with a bunch of soft ass stomach punches, and that's all they gave you. Maybe like 2 announcements out of everything were like good, and then the rest of it was like meh. I'll give it a D minus, a 5 out of 10. All right, that's my rating.
Somebody kick him off the fucking show, please.
Well,
Johnny, why don't we just it's just us two? Let's kick them both out.
At this point, Lou's gonna give it a fucking an F. F plus.
I'm gonna give it an E. So
rated E.
No. All right, no. Overall, there's a lot of things that I had a problem with this showcase. The order that they put the announcement in really fucked it up. If I had if I was in charge of it, I definitely would have put the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis at the end and not towards the middle, and then everyone talk about it over all the other trailers that were announced afterwards. It would have been something to end the showcase with, and it would have been great to talk about. Besides that, there were a lot of fillers I didn't really appreciate, and honestly, I didn't care for. They also, I feel like they weren't prepared. So they come on and they say, hey guys, Super Smash Brothers, we're going to make an announcement on October 5th of the new character. So then why the fuck did you do it now? Why did you make the announcement that you're going to make another announcement? What the fuck? You wasn't even prepared. Then they tell us about the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Genesis, but they don't tell us when it's going to be released. What is it going to cost? We'll tell you at a later date. October's next week. What the fuck is going on with you guys? They were not prepared. This was so annoying. So for me, this was a 5 out of 10, and yes, it was a D. They could have done a lot better with a lot better announcements, and they fucked everything up. That's just my opinion.
Okay, Tyler, thank you so much for the raid, since Lou doesn't read fucking chat when he's talking. So
I was on a fucking rampage, bro. Tyler, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you.
We're all three of us over here going, yeah, can you speed it up? We're trying to thank Tyler for the raid. Let's go a little bit.
I'm sorry. I had to let it out. There was a lot more to say, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with that real quick, though, on one big thing you said. One thing I'm going to disagree with is the fact of the order that they announced it at.
Yeah.
Because I believe that the N64 Sega announcement should have been right before the last thing. Being the fact that Bayonetta was the last and final thing is good, and it was meant to be that way. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that, and like Scoot said too, Scoot said a lot of people that are huge Nintendo fans that are outside of like the basic main core Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, like outside of the core Nintendo, like the main top 3 Nintendo fans, those are the ones that were hyped and been waiting for years for Bayonetta. So to have Bayonetta is the one thing that a lot of people were tuning in for the Nintendo Direct to see if they were going to give any information about Bayonetta. So we already knew, people already had feelings that they were going to be announcing about the they were going to be announcing about Game Boy Advance rather and N64.
Yeah,
we didn't expect Sega.
Yeah,
Sega was definitely a huge blow out of the water. But I definitely think that Bayonetta was the one that nobody had any ideas about. People were just kind of hoping to hear about it. They didn't know if they were going to get any information about it. We had rumors about the other stuff. We did not have rumors about Bayonetta. So Bayonetta was actually a very kept, tight-knit secret that they did not release any information about.
They did such a good job because, like, I was telling you guys about this beforehand, too. I was like, I'm kind of not going to be hopeful with this Direct. I'm not getting any Bayonetta news. I'm going to watch and still be pretty hype about it, but it's not going to give me what I want, which was that. And then when it came out in the end, my phone was blowing the fuck up. Like, Twitter, Instagram, my messages, text, like all of it, Snapchat. It's like, bitch, you up? Like, did you see this? Did you see this? Are you dead? And then, like, when I didn't respond for a full 2 hours, everybody like, yeah, she did. And then Joey's like trying to resuscitate me. He's just like, wake up, it's fine. I'm like, ugh. I was crying. Like, I screamed. Like, when I was watching Johnny streaming it, like the live reaction, I legit screamed out loud because I wasn't expecting it. And Joey was like, it's Bayonetta, isn't it? And I was like,
yeah. She went silent in chat. All you saw was, oh my God, and then it went silent for like 10 minutes in chat. I think she died. And Fresco, they did release information about it back in 2017, by the way, Fresco. However, it was the fact that they kept saying Bayonetta 3 is coming. Bayonetta 3 is in the works. Nobody ever knew what the date was going to be, and that's what everybody's been amped about, is waiting for the date. Now that they announced 2022, that's what everybody hyped about it, because it's been in development for a while. They've been talking about being in development for a while.
So yeah, essentially when they announced it in 2017, it was simply like, hey, it's being made. Like it wasn't even like being developed at that point when they announced it. They're like, we're planning on making it. So this entire 4 or 5 years we've gone with no development news, which is why I was thinking with this direct, I wasn't even expecting any gameplay. I wasn't expecting what we got from the direct. I was more so expecting just like with Breath of the Wild 2, like, hey guys, it's in development. We'll bring more news later on, right? That's kind of what I was hoping for, and I got much more. Like, I know what she looks like now. I know what the game is going to be like. And we've got like a little Easter egg of Astral Chain in there. They're hinting at all of their other games, which I really like that they're putting it into Bayonetta. So it's like,
right.
So
now, I was gonna say, John, although you disagree with the placement, that's fine. Whether it be Bayonetta at the end or Nintendo 64 at the end, or they just switch, I didn't mind that. It was just the placement, and then the movie announcement, and then the Kirby announcement. Like, it was all over the place. Even the Animal Crossing, like, that was 5 seconds. You could have put that to start the direct and got people hyped, and it was just so misplaced. Showing games I feel like people already knew about, you shouldn't need to talk about. PlayStation kind of did the same thing. And of course, yes, I'm a little biased. I was expecting something from Mario. Give us a new Mario game, or maybe a Mario Odyssey 2. We haven't seen anything. And it really pissed me off about the whole Smash Brothers thing. You come on and you tell us we're going to hear something about your your Nintendo Direct, and then you tell us we're going to hear more news later. Same thing with the Nintendo 64 and Genesis. We're going to hear about pricing later. We're going to hear about more games later. So then why tell us now? Just tell us later.
So I feel though with Nintendo though, and same thing what Nintendo does, the same thing what Square Enix does too with a lot of things. That doesn't shock me real much because of the fact that Nintendo has their Mario, they have their Mario convention, they have their Mario actual things like Pokemon. You're not gonna get Pokemon info until you get the Pokemon Direct. So they're gonna give you that, Pokemon Direct announcements are coming. Animal Crossing Direct coming. Smash Brothers Direct coming, like Final Fantasy. You're not going to get Final Fantasy information during a PlayStation event because Square Enix has their own Final Fantasy event. So this is Nintendo Direct is literally just their way of going, hey guys, this is what you have to look forward to. That's what Nintendo does. This is the thing to look forward to. Look forward to the next event we have coming forward. Look forward to the next showcase we have coming forward. We're not going to get it. Usually you might have like a hardware or a software announcement possibly, like they do with their conventions. But again, though, too, COVID changed that, so you're not going to have that right now. We don't have anything big coming forward. But then you have the smaller games that they did announce. I mean, they announced a couple of big hitters, in my opinion at least. Because for me, Nintendo itself, when I think of Nintendo Switch, I think of handheld gaming. I think of Game Boy. I think of on-the-go gaming. And I think of like Octopath Traveler. I think of like a lot of games that are very big to the Switch. So that's the reason why Triangular, I forgot the name of it right now all of a sudden.
Triangle Strategy
is a game that is very much like Octopath Travel. It's a game that's going to be geared towards that gameplay, that kind of game style in general, the people that want to play those types of games on the go. Yes, Bayonetta, like Fresco was saying, Bayonetta could have been released on PS5 for updated graphics and everything else too. But you're not expecting that when you come to Bayonetta, though. I got a Bayonetta. I'm not looking for a fucking Call of Duty realistic looking face. I'm looking for Bayonetta. I'm looking for hair flying everywhere, butt ass naked, running around, angels shooting, gun.
You said the most important thing, butt ass naked.
Magical coochies.
Magical coochies.
Right. Magical coochies. So it's like,
I mean, that is a thing. It's accurate. They're not wrong.
So for me, that's my thing with Nintendo though. Nintendo is I don't feel when people say to me, and no matter who it is, when people say to me like, "Oh, look at the graphics in this game" or whatever. When it comes to Nintendo, I don't expect that because I go to Nintendo for Mario. I go to Nintendo for games that have more of that kiddish family style
Zelda,
not Zelda, right? Nothing that's going to be like blood flying everywhere and shit like that. I go to PlayStation.
Yeah, I get it.
Xbox multiplayer, PlayStation. I go to for the graphic, and I go for Nintendo for the family. That's the way I see it as.
I was about to say I pretty much agree with that too, and I feel like with the Direct, like this was pretty spot on for Nintendo too. They love to fuck with our emotions. They love to put us on a pendulum where we don't know what's really happening next. So for me, the placement felt very normal because for every big Direct, right? Not like the Pokemon, not like the Zelda one, but every big Direct that they've had, they will be like, "Here's Kirby." And then here we might update you on Smash because Smash fanboys are gonna complain that they didn't get anything. And then hey, we're gonna have an update for the new online stuff just to get people to understand that they didn't have time to kind of delve into it, but they want to keep everybody on the edge of their seat. Like Nintendo is very good at getting people hyped up, even if it's just that quick little announcement. And I like that. And I agree with Johnny. Like, I don't come to play on my Switch for necessarily the graphics. And even then, like, I play Bayonetta 1 and 2 on my Switch all the time. It runs great, handheld and on the TV. Like, for me, I'm excited because I know it's going to look pretty good on, you know, on both ends for Bayonetta 3. So I'm just really excited. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Bayonetta's not going to be exclusive to Switch. They'll probably just release it later on for PlayStation for the people who want the higher graphics. Like, that is my prediction, but they're going to give it to Switch first because we've been waiting so long for it, because we haven't had a game since the Wii U. You know, that's when Bayonetta came out, was on the Wii U, like Bayonetta 2. So it's like they're going to give it to them first before, you know, Sony gets it.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So let's start with what was our favorite thing from the Direct. We'll start with Chris.
This is easy. The Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis announcement thingy, and that's it. That's the only. Other than that, the only two things that stuck out to me was probably the Kirby game.
Okay.
Looked pretty cool, and Bayonetta, and that's it.
Okay.
That's it, my friends.
John,
I'm
what
gonna
was
say nothing.
John? What was your favorite thing from the Direct?
I actually have a couple of them, believe it or not, like a couple top tier things that I'm really excited and looking forward to.
Give us your list, man.
The N64 though, Sega Genesis crossover, 100%. I'm excited for it. But I even said last night too, they literally gave us rare replay for the Xbox, but they gave it to us on the Switch. So, and I mean, like Mario games, like Mario 64, like I already have it on the Switch as it is too. So there were some games that I'm like, all right, you know what it is. They didn't give us Donkey Kong, which I was upset about, but there are some games, like the fact that they gave us Sega Genesis and they will be expanding going forward is just amazing. The controllers too. Number one though, but Chocobo Racing. Chocobo Racing is by far probably my top tier that I was so excited for. So Mario Kart could go kick rocks now at this point in time once Chocobo Racing comes out.
Facts.
I will say too is that Kirby open world, the game looks amazing. The fact that it's open world Kirby like back in the day, but it's like updated graphics and all too.
Looks
and
like
it looks very much like it does. Yeah, it really does. And it looks, what I'm loving about it is that it looks very similar to like a Mario Odyssey kind of game where you're collecting stuff, you're going around collecting stars in an open world thing. So we'll see how it comes out. Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium, after looking into it, that game actually looks really good. And I think Chris is going to sleep on that, but I feel like Chris is going to really love that game. Disco Elysium, when I looked into more of the details behind it, the fact that you're a detective that wakes up as a detective, whatever, and you have like these personalities inside of you, but you have to actually like research the personalities you have, whatever. So your outcome can change over and over again. Your outcome
But you
is
can
never
play
going to
this
change
game now on
the same way.
PlayStation.
Right, but I'm saying the fact that you can take it on the go though is the part that is beneficial to a lot of people.
I guess.
Voice of Cards is another one. Tabletop RPG. Voice of Cards is literally just Dungeons and Dragons meets Magic the Gathering. It's a story-based, a narration-based story RPG, and you have cards that are basically telling the story with it too. So I'm excited for that stuff. And I mentioned it to you too, Chocobo Racing, for the fact that we do tournaments and shit. Chocobo Racing, you could do 64-player tournament.
That's a lot.
In brackets, eight player brackets, and it's a tournament style game that goes to the winner takes all kind of thing. So,
okay,
it's gonna be so good. Oh, I'm excited.
Can their servers handle that though? Because I know they got terrible internet stuff on the Switch.
Can they talk?
Well,
to
I'm
each
sure
other?
that's probably why it's probably 8 people probably per thing, because then you have to wait 5 minutes to connect to the next person that won the other one.
And then
Because in all reality, the timing is going to be off though too, because if somebody pauses their game, that means your tournament's going to go faster than the other tournament. So I don't know how they're going to have that worked out.
Yeah,
I really want to see how that's going to work out.
Pawful, what was your favorite thing?
Stuck there for a half hour.
We know what her favorite thing is.
Bayonetta, we know.
Obviously. So we'll get that out of the way. Bayonetta, obviously. But I'm also excited for Chocobo Racing as well. I feel like they're going to probably, if you do the tournament, like you can't pause just to kind of keep it fair. Like, so that way one tournament doesn't go faster than the other. I feel like that'll make it even. I'm excited for that card RPG that Johnny was talking about. I'm really excited because it's made by Square. I like the storylines that they make. Like, they make very good games, and I really like a lot of the stuff that they push out. So I'm excited for that. And then there was the DLC for Monster Hunter Rise and Hyrule Warriors. I am so hyped for those as well, because Sunburst for Monster Hunter, yes, I'm excited. I want to beat up another big dragon. Like, let's go. I loved Iceborne and World. Like, I'm excited that they're expanding that as well. And I'm excited for the N64 and Genesis. Because again, like, we're getting just some basic games, but to imagine that we'll slowly get more of the library, especially for Genesis, is pretty awesome. And it confirmed for me that Microsoft is definitely not buying Sega, which makes me feel really good, because I want all of my Sega games on, like, all my systems.
Until it gets announced.
Until it gets announced. But I mean, they can't kind of do that if it's going to be online. But yeah, I really like the Direct. There was a lot of stuff that, like, there's just so many games that, like, I was really hyped for. Like, Kirby was another one. I'm like, I love Kirby a lot. I've played all of the games, so I'm, like, really excited. Especially this one's taking a different feel compared to, like, Kirby's Epic Yarn and, like, Kirby's, Color Canvas, where it's, like, really happy and cute. This is, like, a little darker feel for it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to see where they're going with the series as well. So, and then Bayonetta.
Kirby took a huge turn from when I originally played it on the Game Boy. The black and white,
it matured a little bit.
Black and white screen
Yes.
Game Boy.
Yeah, it matured.
And Monster Hunter is paid for DLC too. I thought it was gonna be free at first, but it's a paid
Nah.
DLC.
It's paid, but I mean, it's pretty cheap. I'm assuming it's going to be probably about the same price that they had for Iceborne, which was like maybe like $10. But you not only get like the expanded map and you get all the extra monsters, you also get like armor and you get like stuff for your Calico and your Palamut. So I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing. Again, they didn't really announce what all it's going to include, but Monster Hunter usually does that for their DLC. So you'll get exclusive weapons and all that fun stuff. So they give you a lot for how much like they usually charge for DLC. So I'm pretty excited for it.
I think
So
the
it's
one
not PlayStation. You got to pay $40 for a DLC.
Listen, I'm not here to debate that. All right, what I'm here to say is that I think the most exciting thing obviously was the 64 and Sega. But when I took a step back and I realized that, of course, a lot of these are first party, but when you don't have Donkey Kong, like John mentioned, I was like, really? Donkey Kong is a classic. Why is it not mentioned? And I love Mario, but they gave us every freaking Mario game that was there. Fucking Dr. Mario, Tennis Mario, Golf Mario, Mario Olympics, whatever you're going to think of. They gave you every fucking Mario game. What about Donkey Kong? What you got against Donkey Kong, man?
I mean, they gave us Donkey Kong. Seth Rogen, bro.
Word.
No, we're not talking about the movie. And some people were upset about the casting, by the way. That was all over social media about Chris Pratt playing Mario, which is whatever. But anyway, I did enjoy seeing the remotes being created as Bluetooth. I thought that was dope. That was very nostalgic. They looked amazing. I just don't like the price point. $50 for these remotes that came out in fucking 2000 and talking about 21 years ago. What, really? $50? I don't even care if they're Bluetooth, bro. I'm telling you, these remotes, they're probably very cheap made. They're very plasticky, not like the way it was made back then. But I think Kirby was pretty cool. I like the way it looked. I don't think it's a game that I will play. Obviously, I don't even have a Switch anymore. I got rid of it. But that's besides the point. What I was going to say, the other thing that I thought was pretty dope was the Bayonetta 3. I've never really got into that franchise, but it looked really good. And I agree with Fresco. It was like, what if that was brought to PlayStation or Xbox? Just imagine how more detailed and beautiful it would look. But I understand that's not what that game is. But I was impressed by the trailer, that the gameplay and everything. It looked great. So that was my take. That was one of my favorite things.
I will say about the controllers though, because I never personally owned them, but like at my old job, like I've seen the original Nintendo one and the Super Nintendo ones. They're actually pretty high quality. It literally feels like they just shrunk the controllers a little bit and took the cords off. So I will say, and they were priced the same amount, and I'm hoping they'll give you 2 controllers, because that's what they did with the Nintendo and Super Nintendo ones. For the price, you got 2 of them. So I'm hoping they'll do that with the N64 and Sega. So it's $25 a piece for a controller. So I think that's pretty fair for like a Bluetooth one, but I do know they're pretty high quality. So
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
the Super
Just 'cause I-
Nintendo controller, the Bluetooth one, is actually really decent.
Yeah,
The Super
like, they're
Nintendo
pretty
Bluetooth
decent.
for Switch is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I still have my Sega and my Sega controllers, and I'm sorry, it's not really that hard to make a Sega controller because that thing is cheap as shit. That controller
That
is
thing
like,
is like,
if I get mad now, like I would very easily just grab it and snap the controller. Like
Oh
Sega
my
Genesis
God.
controllers would not.
That
Sega Genesis
thing is-
controllers would
It's
not.
the perfect
strong.
rage
Nintendo-
controller.
oh
Yes.
my god, 100%.
The-
You could just
Yeah, Nintendo
And then-
controllers have always been even the N64 controller. They've always been durable. They're like the original Nintendo consoles. And
That's what
the
I'm
N64
saying.
console. But Sega Genesis though, that's why I'm a little concerned because their
Mm.
controllers were always shit,
Yeah.
in my
the system
opinion. So
themselves you could throw across the room, but then the controller you just like slightly just put it on your table and you're like, fuck, I broke it.
So now we're gonna talk about our least favorite or worst moment from the showcase or direct rather. We'll start with you, Pawful. Now we're going the other way.
The movie. The movie
Really?
announcement was
Really?
not well, first off, I wasn't expecting it.
No, I don't think
Uh,
anyone was. Yeah.
And I really just don't like how they don't have the like original voice actors. Like, why not have the
well,
guy
they have the
who's
original
been-
Mario.
Yeah, but he's not playing Mario.
He's not.
No, he's
playing
not playing
Mario.
Mario. But
No,
they're
he's
still in it,
not.
though.
Yeah, so like I would have preferred to have him as Mario instead of fucking Chris Pratt. You know what I mean? Like,
So-
I love Jack Black and I love
me.
Mario.
I know you like that video I sent you on TikTok.
Yes, I was exactly like referencing that TikTok that Chris sent me because it's me, a Mario. I hate the gays. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it, don't add like Chris Pratt, please. We don't need that, and I don't need that in my Mario.
I'm really surprised that was the one thing you didn't like. Wow. I was super.
Yeah, it's so like it's just mainly because of Chris Pratt. I think Charlie Day is going to be great. Like the other thing is like
Chris
you
Pratt is
have
great.
Charlie as Luigi.
I'd rather Chris
What
Pratt than
about
Charlie
Danny
Day.
DeVito? Like you can have Danny DeVito as Mario. What if It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Just put that cast there.
I
I
can't
think that
believe.
would-
I'm blown away. I did not expect this
Wow.
from you.
I just didn't like it, just mainly because of Chris Pratt, and it felt like so out of left field for Nintendo. And like I love the original '80s movie as well, so like,
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna. Get into that.
that's fine. It's a great movie. Everybody should watch it. And you'll love
What?
it. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
The Blu-ray is only $30 right now on Amazon.
Stop
by
it,
the way, guys,
John,
if anyone wants to
stop.
get it.
Don't
Because
even
it's
get
a
people excited.
classic. It's a
It's $12 for the
it's
DVD.
to who? Blind people? No, this is not a good movie.
It's a great
yo,
movie.
the original Mario is a cult classic, bro. I don't care
You're
what the fuck you
crazy.
smoke.
You guys are
agree with you,
nuts.
John and I are like,
Yeah, you guys need.
I guarantee you put a poll up in chat right now. I guarantee you get more
They
people
will
to say
only
the
say
original
for
likes movie.
nostalgia, but if you rewatch that shit, it's bad.
Nobody
I
said
agree
the
with you.
movie was good. You fucking
You just said it's a
numbnut.
classic.
Everybody's
What did
saying
a
the same
classic
shit.
do
It's a
about that?
classic.
Blue. It's a
Oh my fucking
classic.
God.
How?
Glue.
Yeah.
So it's a
best
classic
part
bad
is-
movie?
Oh my God, Glue! It's a classic. You have to watch it. Everybody watches it. I will rewatch it. Blade sucks balls. I'll go watch Blade again. The movie Blade is a fucking shit show.
But it's
The
good.
best part is Lou
Godfather.
said he was gonna be quiet.
Don't even start,
and-
John. Don't even start.
Chris, don't you even get him started. Come on.
Don't. Are you done, Pawful?
Yes, it was
All
just
right.
the movie.
All right, John, you guys. I'm still surprised with Pawful.
First of all, the movie. I want to go attack Paul real quick for this one. The movie coming out, the Super Mario movie coming out. I actually knew about it coming out beforehand. I knew the cast was going to be there because I even mentioned it too. That the other day I mentioned that the cast is actually an all-star cast for the
It
new
is.
Mario movie.
Yeah.
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 As far as Chris Pratt being Mario, I'm good with it. Like I'm good with
Me
all that.
too.
I'd rather Chris Pratt than Charlie Day in the movie. I'm not a fan of Charlie Day like that. So I mean, he's good, but he's
I like
not like,
Charlie
oh my
Day.
God. I don't. Like I said, he's good, but I'd rather Chris Pratt than Charlie Day. The cast itself, though, Seth Rogen, like in all reality,
Yeah,
that's
love
just
that.
you got to look at the
Yeah.
cast in general. The casting they did for it is for the new generation of comedians that are out there right now. So that's why they went with that route.
Right.
I'm all for it. I'm excited for it. The fact that it's CGI and it's not live action.
Yeah, I
If it
love
was
that
live
too.
action, I'd be pissed as hell.
Oh yeah,
Because
without
I
a
do not want
doubt.
to see Chris
Yeah.
Pratt as Mario in live action. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
It'd be
no,
like
no.
Jurassic
That-
World, bro.
Animated is
No.
great.
I was
Word.
about to say, if they had it as live action, I might like it a little more, just for the sole reason of seeing Chris Pratt trying to look like Mario. Just
No,
because. it would
okay,
be such a
Pawful,
shit
you
show.
lost me.
Yeah,
I'm with you on a lot of
I'm
things.
lost.
You lost me on this one
Yeah.
altogether. You lost me altogether just now.
No,
My
I'm
worst though. My worst. I'm not gonna say what my worst announcement was because my worst announcement is a what the fuck for the day. So I'm gonna leave the worst for the what the fuck. However, my second worst
Okay.
would be the Mario Golf update, because I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the update for Mario Golf should just be you guys give a refund and delete the fucking game from our existence. Because I bought it day one when it came out.
Yeah.
I own the game. I have tried playing the game numerous times still. I turn it on, I get 5 minutes into it, and I throw my controller, and I'm like, I leave it on.
Yeah.
And people might think like, oh, you got 100 hours. No, I got 100 hours because I'm in the corner crying while the fucking game is on the fucking TV on the Switch.
Yeah.
So the game is horrible.
Yeah. All right,
I-
Chris. What was your worst part from the direct?
About the golf.
Everything else. Everything else that I didn't like was the worst part. That shit was mid. Boring.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna go for Chris. If you were watching either Johnny BoomBotz or Fresco stream, I was on their streams. We were watching it together.
This was him.
Yeah, I was sleeping. It was boring. It was boring. It's like, why? What? You could have put this in a tweet. Like, just tweet this information, and it would have saved us time and production and everything. You would have saved a lot
For
of
the
money.
whole
Just
thing,
tweet it
or
out.
just for Mario Golf?
No, hold on. I changed my answer. The worst part to me was the snap after every single thing. I hated that shit. I don't know why it bothered me so much.
But it's a Nintendo Switch.
yeah,
thing.
I know, but it's so annoying. Oh, now for this. Oh, next presentation. I was just like, yo, I get it, but damn, bro.
Yeah, it's a Switch.
Yo, you
It's their thing.
So
It's
real
their
quick,
thing.
so the
Annoying.
Dork Knight Julio said in chat, Danny DeVito as Mario. Now let me just say
Exactly.
something real quick. Danny DeVito as Mario. You know what would happen if that happened? Tim Burton would be the director. I'm not even trying to be an asshole, but you already know that's how it would go down. And I love Tim Burton, but I could not see a Tim Burton-esque Mario. For Danny DeVito to be Mario, I would not see it. I could not picture it
Yeah.
because
I
Mario's too tall. Mario's too tall to be Danny DeVito. They need to give the
Put
motherfucker like
Danny
6 inch
DeVito on
pump.
stilts. There you go. Problem solved.
But I
Oh,
was
actually,
gonna...
no. Maybe. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm gonna say what I didn't like. Yeah.
I was gonna say Danny DeVito as Mario, but maybe Chris Pratt as Luigi then.
Nah,
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
I like the placement. I do like what they did. I did like that. It wasn't my favorite thing, but I did like it. And I think we knew about this about a year ago when they made an announcement. That Illumination, I think it's called. I may be pronouncing that wrong.
Facts, AJ.
The people that made the Minions movie, they're the ones
Illumination.
Illumination. I'm sorry, they're the ones creating this cartoon.
Illuminati.
Animated. No, the I was gonna say Pokemon, the Mario game, Mario movie. But I think for me, it was just the placement of the whole direct. I've watched many directs before. I know how they operate. It was just it's 2021. We've seen other people do directs, so it's like you could have presented it a lot better with the placements of different announcements. So it was just the way they announced the whole thing.
First of all, Scoot's coming for your ass, and number two, Bullhead. Thank you. Fuck out of here.
Why do you guys do this?
Thank
to
you.
me?
I'm not even gonna.
appreciate you, Bullhead.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge
To
that.
which part? No, to which
Cap.
part? Scoot
Cap.
or to Bullhead?
Scoot, I think I just answered that. And Bullhead,
You
he's
did
gonna
it?
be
No,
ignored.
how do you just answer that? He just said to you, "Have you ever watched one?" Because of the fact that why would you put it in a tweet? This is literally what Nintendo Switch directs are.
I legit just
Yeah,
said I've
exactly.
seen other directs, right? I said that. And I know how they operate. I said that. And
But
I
yet
said
you still say you should put that into a tweet. Yes, you said
yeah,
that.
I
You
know
also-
because of the placement. That was my thing. I just thought they could have done a better job of the placements of the announcements.
Right.
That's all.
So Lou, next time the next direct, what I'll do is I'll record it for you. I'll chop it up and I'll reorder them for you. This is where you
I
can
would
actually
love to
enjoy
see
yourself.
that. Yes.
I got
And
you,
make
I got
and
you.
make
And I'll read
Chris
it to you too. I'll read it for you.
make Chris do the
Oh
snaps.
my
I
God.
want him to do the snaps. Make Chris do the snaps. Edit him in the
Chris is gonna
snaps.
do extra snaps. Every single time it's gonna be extra snaps. Just-
Suck a butt. Suck a butt.
So let's get into the
And
WTF
directed by
moment.
Martin Scorsese.
John, you have the WTF moment.
No, we need a Mario movie directed by Christopher Nolan.
That, oh my god.
Yo, can we get a Mario movie directed by Christopher Nolan, produced by Tim Burton? We could all be happy with that. Let's go.
I don't know
Yeah,
if that
there we
will
go.
work.
That'd be interesting as hell.
It
Could
would
you
be
imagine?
interesting.
We'll talk about that after show. We'll talk about that after show. So okay.
WTF moment. Go ahead.
Now, WTF moment, guys. Anybody that was at this event, anybody that watched this direct,
Mhm.
I'm sure everybody had the same reaction.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we were watching Nintendo Direct, and all of a sudden, I got PlayStation 1 original like N64 GoldenEye vibes, where out of nowhere, it started with Knights of the Old Republic remastered, and I was like, bro, what the fuck is this?
What did they
It's nothing but
remaster?
8-bit Yeah, they remastered it back to a PlayStation 1. It
forgot
was
about
horrible.
that.
Yo, I'm telling you, I've
God.
seen better graphics on my iPhone than that remaster that's coming for fucking Nintendo Switch, bro.
Yeah, no, that looked terrible.
It
was
was
horrible.
Like such garbage.
Why?
I forgot that it
They
was
should
part
be
of the direct.
embarrassed.
Bro, it was so bad.
Who was the studio behind that?
That's a great question because we
Lucas
should-
Arts.
That was horrible.
Was it?
No,
'Cause
I
that
don't
was
know.
really bad.
it was
And the best
bad.
part was both chats, because I was watching both at the same time. I had the multi thing on, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And both chats were like, "Yo, what is going on? What is this? What are these graphics? This is terrible. This looks like ass."
We were just roasting.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like I was really upset with that. I was upset that they even attempted to release that in the middle of this shit. Like
I wonder if
You better
Nintendo
well
watched
giving
this before
me-
they released it.
I think that they didn't. I feel like somebody definitely trolled them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, hold on, we got to get more footage real quick. Let's make it the next 30
Yeah, let's
seconds real
insert
quick. I got
this."
footage."
It
Yeah,
was just
So
the
we're gonna
original. It
insert
was just
real
the
quick.
original trailer.
It's just
That was the original trailer. We're just gonna import this. Some guys like, wait, we gotta import this. He's like, yeah. Just throw it on the fucking the store real quick. We'll figure it out later. It's all right.
Right.
yes,
We
I
got
guess
time, we can
we're
do it.
all in agreement that this was the WTF. What the fuck was that? And why did they present
Oh
it?
my
This was a
God.
waste of time and money.
Yeah.
And whoever created it,
Oh Jesus!
Why?
Who authorized this? Who said this
Right.
was okay?
Why?
Why?
It's 2021, guys.
Why?
What
Word.
the fuck? Anyway, so that's gonna be it for us here at Keep Gaming Podcast. I want to thank you all for being here. But if you're here live with us, stick around for the post show. Chris has
The post show.
Chris has
Oh,
something
gosh.
special for you guys. Do you want to give him a little taste before we leave of what
No,
the
no,
post
no,
show?
no,
Nah,
no,
we're
no,
just
no,
all right.
no.
We're gonna leave it like that. All right,
We're
Chris
gonna
got
get to
something
it, though.
special. But that's gonna be it for us, guys. Remember, we go live every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Keep Gaming Podcast. And if you don't have time to watch us live, go to YouTube and search Keep Gaming Podcast. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know whenever we post a new video. And if you don't got time to watch us, listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Keep Gaming Podcast. And that's it for us. Love you guys. Until next time, keep gaming. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.